Hello everyone. I just wanted to do a quick overview of this POWERGIANT electric screwdriver. This is a screwdriver that's great for opening laptops, cell phones, and any kind of small electronics. Now this thing is about 50 bucks, and actually as of this moment this specific product is unavailable on Amazon, but if you look or search for a precision electric screwdriver, there are literal exact copies of this device. So they look exactly the same, and some of them I think are about 40 bucks. I'll put a link under the video. This is my first electric screwdriver for small electronics. I just want to say that it is very handy. Now, as many of these products, they kind of come with a nice case, comes with a magnetic work table, so just kind of a magnetic pad. This is handy. Haven't used it yet, but it works. Obviously, it's just a simple magnet. Comes with a charger, demagnetizer, just a manual, and this case. This case is very nice. Now, on each side, it's filled with bits, and it really has a great selection of bits. There's enough to pretty much take apart any laptop, phone, MacBook, iPhone, anything, all kinds. I'm very impressed by this. It's a very good carrying case. Now, the only negative to carrying case is that essentially all that holds this pen in here are these little rubber ends. So if you take this out, and you're holding it over the floor, it's pretty easy for it to fall out and just fall on the ground. So just be aware that if you're taking this out, it can fall out. Now, to the electric screwdriver. It's very simple. It has a charging port, micro USB, 2 buttons, and some lights that indicate the charge level. So you turn it each direction, and it rotates. Just put a bit in. Now, I know this is a simple device, but it's something I've never had, and considering I take apart a fair amount of laptops, I'm actually surprised I've never gotten this. It's really made life very easy. I've taken apart about 10 laptops with this. I have not charged it yet, and it still has battery. And it really just works. And the torque level is pretty much perfect. It's just strong enough to, it kind of struggles like this right at the last second, and you know you're good. And then one other thing I wanted to point out is that the screwdriver works normally, even without the power. So for example, if you want to just give something one additional screw, it will still work without pressing the buttons. So overall, considering I've taken apart about 10 laptops, and I'm not really sure how much battery life is left, but I've also been playing with it, like I said, like this, and it still seems solid. It doesn't feel like it's running out yet. This is really just a very handy device for anyone that even semi-occasionally takes apart electronics. Also has a light, you can see, which is this is honestly, it's great that it has this light, because when you're pointing at a laptop, you can't see what's going on. It gives you a light. So I guess this is just a quick overview, but this device really has been very useful, and actually one of the ways it's been useful is, for example, even if you use this to take apart all the screws in a computer, and it turns out one screw just needs one tiny little turn more to get out. Instead of dropping all you have, getting your screwdriver and turning it a tiny bit more, you could be holding a bunch of stuff in your hands. You could literally pick this thing up and just go, done. That's it. Saves tons of time. And basically that's it. Necessarily, you don't have to get this model, but this type of device is just super handy, especially if you're in IT or doing any kind of disassembly of any kind. This one, like I showed, it has a whole lot of different ends. It has extended ends, these long ends that will fit kind of in a small narrow gap. This nice case that has magnetic ends. And the tool just, whoop. It's these little rubber things, they fall out easily. It's probably the only con. And it just fits right in there. It's popped on top. It's good to go. Now, if you're kind of on the fence of getting one of these screwdrivers, I really think it's worth it. It literally makes life so much easier, and you could probably use this even for some basic things around the house, but just keep in mind that the torque setting on it is quite low. So it's really meant for electronics, iPhones, smartphones, anything like that, laptops. But if you're going to try to screw in something in your house, an actual, even if the bit will fit a regular screw, something into a wall, it simply will not be strong enough to do that, but it's also not meant to do that. It's not really a con. Just a quick overview. I'll post a link for this for Amazon. Like I said, this one was showing out of stock as I reviewed it, but maybe it'll be back in stock. And like I said, there are additional items that look exactly like 100% copies of this. Literally exactly the same. The same box, everything's the same. So if you're interested, 40 or 50 bucks, I think it's worth it.